Did you ever imagine that Americans and Russians, alongside with North Koreans, Israelis, Belarusians, will vote in the United Nations and will be on the same side? The recent UNSC voting on Ukraine Russia conflict took everyone by surprise. What should the Indian MEA, Ministry of External Affairs, do according to me? Good question. Let's take a look at the way the voting happened. Let's pull this up and let me put that on the screen. 1 second. Let's put that on the screen. So this is what happened. Yeah. So this vote uh, for this resolution happened on the 24th of February. Today is the 1st of March. So it happened this Monday. Today is Saturday. And as you can see, a number of nations voted against this resolution, which was a resolution to condemn the Russian invasion, whole-scale invasion and occupation of Ukraine, and that sort of language was used in the resolution. So who voted against? Belarus, Burkina Faso, Burundi, Central African Republic, DPR Korea, which is North Korea, Equatorial Guinea, Eritrea, Haiti, Hungary, Israel. These are all voting against. Mali, Marshall Islands, Nicaragua, Niger, Palau, Russian Federation, which is Putin, Sudan, and the United States. They all voted against. So the US was joined in opposing this resolution by Russia, by Israel, and North Korea. And India and China and a large number of other nations abstained. They stayed out of this matter. They said this is none of our business. Interesting, isn't it? So who would have thought, right? Like you say, that the US will side with with North Korea and Russia, along with Israel and Belarus, etc., in the United Nations. Interesting, isn't it? One could not have imagined this during the Biden presidency, but this is the Trump presidency, and Trump wants to end the war and move forward. And that's why so the resolution, I think, called for Russia returning all the territories to Ukraine. Obviously that's not going to happen, right? Trump wants to end the war. He wants to end the war the way it is, right, the way the situation is right now. So it did not really take me by surprise, even though overall it's surprising that the US and Russia and North Korea and Israel, etc., they vote together in opposition to a certain United Nations resolution, and the EU nations, UK, etc., they vote in favor. It's so strange. But yeah, overall it's not surprising, but from a historical perspective, it's something that's really unusual. It's because Trump wants to end the war, and he knows the only way to end the war is to give Putin the territorial gains he has already acquired. He's not going to give it up. We all know he's not going to give it up. He can actually take more if he wants, if he feels like. But he probably only wants the Russian-speaking regions, and he will have a bunch of other demands, which most likely Trump will accept. So it's a victory for Russia. That's essentially what it is. Now, the last part of the question is, what should the Indian Ministry of External Affairs do? Nothing. We have been on the right side of diplomacy. We have been doing the right things. I must genuinely, truly commend India's position on this matter the past 3 years. India has taken all the right decisions, made all the right choices. India is going to end up on the right side of history when it comes to this. At the beginning, everybody was condemning India, especially in the West, that India will be on the wrong side of history, blah, blah, blah. But look, had India participated in the sanctions against Russia, what would we look like today? Like idiots, right? So everything we have done is right. The Ministry of External Affairs is right to abstain in these votes. This is none of our business. We don't want to take sides in this. We urge peace. We call upon everybody to end the war, to have a ceasefire as soon as possible. We want peace again, and that's what we have been consistently saying since the 22nd of February 2022. So great going, very good, amazing performance, amazing job.